Hey guys, welcome to Flies and Fabrics. I am Simire, and today's topic is a bit personal. Not that everything haven't been personal, we just talked about weddings. And speaking of weddings, before we go to today's topic, speaking of weddings, I am going to do a little wedding series where you can click and go to all my wedding content, because I thought, why not film every single step on the way regarding my, me planning my wedding. I didn't do it within 3 months because it was so rushed. It was quick. We had to go to the city hall, but now that we're going all the way and getting married in a church and planning for that, why not film the whole experience? So I will make a wedding session, a wedding series where I can just update you about how it's going, and we are going to have so much fun. And I am determined to have so much fun and not stress as much as I did, because I've learned a thing or two on the way. So yeah, tune in every now and then whenever you feel like you need some wedding content or you need something fun to look at. I am your host. Anyways, so let's go back to today's topic. Today's topic has been really hard for me to film, which is the reason why I didn't post any video last week. This is a project, a topic that is so hard for me to talk about because it's my baby. It is something that I've been working on for the longest, and I hold it so dear to me because I'm just stingy with my shit, and also because I am in a field where it doesn't come naturally to me. I am talking about my candle business. I launched my candle business back in September, and I'm gonna tell you all about it, but I just wanted to get it off my chest. Like, this is very fragile because I am not an entrepreneur. I know that I'm creative, but I've never been the entrepreneurial kind of person, and I don't have an entrepreneurial mindset. So things happen because I have a passion for it, and sometimes it can come off as if I am delulu or just dreamy, which I love. I love being dreamy and I love believing in myself, which is why I'm here exposing myself on YouTube and everything. I believe in the art that I create. I believe in the things that I do for the greater good of develop whether it's developing a skill or developing a new connection or community of people that you're supposed to have in your life that you didn't really go out and search for, and they just come naturally because you emerge into a new experience. So let's start with my candle business. I have all these candles here with me, and my candles business started as a hobby, and it took off by mistake. And I'm here to tell you the story and tell you, please support my candle business. I will be so happy. So let's start from the beginning. My brand's name is Raha Copenhagen, and I will explain why Raha. Raha means happiness in Swahili, and since I'm a child of a Congolese dad, I naturally spoke Swahili. I've spoke Swahili my entire life, but we also lived in Kenya for 4 years, and that is my second language, close to Kinyarwanda. So it was naturally for me to just include it in my creation, and I always try to take my culture wherever I go within everything I do. And I said, I don't speak Lingala. I feel like Lingala is one of the languages in Africa that is so poetic, and then Swahili, because I know Swahili. I've listened to a lot of Swahili poetry, songs, writings, and the way, you know, people communicate, and I just love the language. I just, you know, it's so round and warm, and that's why I chose Swahili to represent this brand. And I said Raha because happiness. I love the joy you feel whenever you're doing something, or you're gathered about something. And I called it Copenhagen because obviously I live in Copenhagen, and when you put it together, it's Joy Copenhagen, and you should come and absolutely visit Copenhagen and you will understand why the joy is there. But for that to also collide with what my brand represents, it represents aesthetic. You know, I love the aesthetic part of home decor, and I really wanted to showcase that in my candles, and that's where the name came from. You know, like I wanted to create something, a candle that you will look at and you just smile and you feel some type of joy, and it will just, you know, bring you a good memory or give you a good memory. So that's how it started, with, you know, the name, and because I've been doing candles in my spare time, I felt happy about it. I felt like, wow, I created this with my, you know, with my own bare hands, and it turned out nice, and it looks so presentable, and whenever I would light it, it would feel magical. So I did that just as a hobby, because there was a period in my life where I was on sick leave. One day we'll talk about that story, but I was on sick leave and I didn't know what to do, and I was feeling a bit down, and I just wanted something to happen, something different to happen in my life, and I started being creative. At first I went back to my, you know, my greatest joy, which is painting and drawing, and then I kind of got stuck, and then for some reason there is a demonstration outside. Anyways, so yeah, I was on a creative journey, and then I stumbled up on candle making from this YouTuber, and everything is always YouTube with me. But yeah, so I started making candles, and then I went to a Christmas market, and then suddenly it was just there. There were candles, and I was like, hold on a second, is the universe trying to tell me something? So I went and did my research, and a whole new world opened, and I started making candles. Now this was, I think it was in August 2022, right? Started like, it was after August. I think it was, well, somewhere late summer 2022. And then I just continued doing that. I finessed it, and I started giving it to my my family, you know, my siblings, my mom, and yeah, they're always like, typical you, always doing some project or another, and then yeah, it just stayed there. Now here comes the really defining moment of my candle business. Now I am not the one to always talk about what I'm doing regarding projects and everything. I always want to show rather than tell. So I never really spoke about it to anybody other than my family members and some of my friends, right? So one day I was out freelancing for this other brand, and one day, yeah, we had a meeting about having an event, and within this event there was you know, like a few important key people that were the reason that this whole thing got together. So we were talking about how to set up the event and whatnot, and certainly one of them said, well, we need candles to make it, you know, cozy and everything. And I was like, I can produce candles. I mean, then we can, you know, save on the budget. As soon as I said that, I was like, what are you thinking? Like, you can't, like, why are you doing this? And then the girl said, can you really? Do you have your own candle business? And I was like, no, but I know how to make candles, and I do have all the equipment, so I can just, you know, make candles for the event. And then we went on, and unfortunately the event never really became anything, but I showed them some of the pictures at this meeting and they loved my creations. And I really didn't think that, and you know, I was dimming my light and I was being like, I don't know, you know, it's not that special, I just do it at home and everything. So one thing led to another. One of these entrepreneurs that was at the meeting one day called me, and she was like, hey, I am going to this event again. I'm going to host an event, and one of the event planners really wanted some candles, and I suggest them you. And I was like, you did what? And she said, yes, girl, you need to get your business out there. Otherwise, how are you going to sell your candles? And I was like, I don't even have it registered or anything. She was just like, just go there, do it, and you know, and get started. So that's how I started my business. And at this point of time, I knew, you know, I had done my homework. I had done everything there was to do with just a simple recipe about candles and everything, right? So they wanted a specific look. I made them this specific look, and it was actually fun but also nerve-wracking, because this was the first time since people were going to actually see my creation and my work besides my family. So I was so nervous. I spent so many days just like being so nervous, and my husband was just like, babe, you can do it. I've been telling you for the longest, just register your business and start making candles and start selling them. He always believes in me before I believe in myself sometimes. So he was just like, let's just do it. But I didn't, and I went to this event. I had produced tons and tons of candles just in case, you know. And then I got there, set it all up. The girl helped me, the one who was the plug, you know, girls always helping girls. I love this. So she helped me, and the people who attended this event were like, do you have, you know, do you have a website? Do you have this? Do you have an Instagram? Can we follow? And at that time I didn't have anything at all. I wasn't expecting anything. I wasn't expecting a huge payout or anything at all. But what I got was, you know, feedback on my candles, and I got to challenge myself. I got to see how people react. You know, like it was really profound, and it was beautiful. So from there on, I was like, okay, I thought about it. I was like, maybe I should, you know, like register, but you know, like what's my target? What's the whole thing? And that's where Raha came in. I was like, I just want to create something that really speaks to people and really creates an ambiance, or like some sort of a feeling of like, wow, this is nice to have. Like I love this. I love spoiling myself, or I love to have something different to my event or this night or whatever. Just create a really nice and special occasion with the candles. And that's what, you know, that's what really got me to say, okay, let's start. Around September, that's where I got myself set, and I was like, okay, let's register the business. And so we did. I registered the business. I you know, and then it took off from there. And out of the blue in December, another Christmas, you know, like there was a Christmas market that contacted me, and they were like, hey, how would you like to have, you know, to be a part of our Christmas market? It's a small Christmas market because we are just up and coming, and we want to make it a regular thing during Christmas time. And I was like, sure. And I wasn't really expecting anything. Again, I really wanted people's feedback on my candles, and the Lord was just speaking to me, and that day I sold quite a lot than expected. Not like a salesperson, or just more than I expect to sell. You know, it's like, hold on a second. So people actually do really like this? Like, is it real? And that's how it got to be. And then you know, one thing led to another. I had my husband help me with my website. We made a business because I have like I say, I have entrepreneurs around me. Like some of my, you know, acquaintances, my friends and everything, they are in the entrepreneur world. So I had one of them help me with my business plan, and I designed the theme of the candles. So to talk about the candles, I have three main colors and scent, right? These are the three main colors. So we have chocolate. She has modeled a lot, so she's kind of rusty and dusty. We have chocolate, and we have, you know what, let me just pick the ladies. It's easier to use the ladies. We have chocolate, and then we have what I call caramel, and then we have white. Okay, so with these come three different scents as well, and those are musk and lavender and cocoa. And the reason that I chose these three different scents and these three different colors was because I really wanted to stay in the cozy, laid back, and not really in your face kind of theme. I wanted my candles to be earthy. I wanted my candles to also represent like some sort of a personality. Like, this is the first time I've seen a candle having my skin color in Denmark. Okay, otherwise I always have to order them overseas, and it just takes ages and ages and ages. So I really wanted a candle to represent my skin color. And I know cocoa butter is what I just feel like. I've always, had cocoa butter around me, so I was like, what a fun twist. And then there is white and caramel, because like these are so earthy, like these are earthy tones, and that's what I've been looking for and wanted my theme to represent. So it should be something that you have in your home to complement your decor, your house, like your interior designs. It should be like something to complement that and fall into your theme. So it shouldn't like be out of place or anything. It should just be like, oh, that's different, but it really suits your decoration and everything. That's what I go for when I thought about the colors. I thought about the scents, because musk is it's very warm, it's still earthy and still clean. Like musk for me is clean, warm and earthy. And then we have lavender. Lavender obviously is like very, very settled and has a scent of like it makes you feel relaxed, and that's why you always hear that you should have lavender in your bedroom and everything, because it makes you feel relaxed and very calm and easy and chilled. And then we have cocoa, because like cocoa butter, I don't even have to say anything, and it's warm, it's rich, and it's like it's full of scent. So those are the colors, and those are the theme that I was thinking about while creating my staples. These are my staple colors and scents. So with that, I created my website where you can buy these candles, and it was so important for me to also like give them the names within the Swahili language, because again, it's close to home. So I really wanted to make them special yet recognizable, and I want you to look at them or buy them and purchase them, because you know that they're going to complement you and your lifestyle, and how you decorate your house, and what candle is going to represent in your life. That's on you. And my business is growing slowly and steady, and one thing I've learned on my business journey has been patience. You know, like I am learning by doing, and that means that I need to be patient all the time, especially when you're like when you're creating things like these, like candles. Woo-wee, child. The amount of try and error. You know, like I didn't know that I was good at chemistry or whatever, but the way like the wick needs to be perfect, the temperature, the the wax, everything just needs to be on point, because there is no room for mistakes, because as soon as you make mistakes, it's going to show on your candles, and it's also going to show on the way they burn. Like it's a mess, and it requires a lot of patience. So let me tell you something, like you cannot be making candles and doing something simultaneously. It's not possible. You just have to focus and concentrate on that one thing. And I think that's why I got into it as well, because I was like, I like to, you know, go into a whole nother world and just be consumed by that, and you know, and create something and then check out and be like, oh, this is nice. Because I come from a world where, you know, my everyday was so busy, still is. I am a social worker. I've never been in the whole, you know, corporate world or whatever. So my life can be chaotic you know, my work life could be and can be chaotic in terms of like I'm dealing with clients who have like major life crises and major life, you know, changing decisions. So it's always like no day is the same. So I'm just used to that. I'm just used to dealing with clients. To kind of take that shift and try to be an entrepreneur and do things your way on your terms, it requires a lot of discipline. It really requires a lot of discipline, and I think I am learning on the way to be disciplined about, you know, making sure that my website is right, making sure that my candles, my waxes, my all of these ingredients are right, are from the right supplier and everything. Always counting, always producing, making sure that my customers are happy, they got their packages, making sure, like, there are so many things that I have to make sure, because like it's a one-man show. I like and it's fun sometimes, but it can also be tiring. I always do my best, and I always write that like in my notes, like I really did this with love, and whatever I produce and sell is made with love. I don't want to produce something or sell something that I myself am not going to use. And I myself have like, I never make candles when I'm tired or when it's, you know, when it's a bad time or in a bad mood or something like that. I really want to pour in the energy, because you can tell in the candles. So yeah, the business aspect of it is very confusing, and that's why I have an advisor, and she really is really good to help me organize things, you know, numbers. I'm not good with numbers, never been. So I knew that was like my weaknesses. Please, when you start a small business, whatever it is, just make sure that you check yourself within your ego, everything, like check it out. Check out your ego. You're not going to be the best at everything, but you're going to be good at something. And the places where you lack, that's where you get people to help you. And if you're financially set, you can actually pay people to help, you know, organizing your business journey. And that's why I try what I try to do. I know I'm not good with numbers, I'm not good technical with a lot of stuff, so I try really to include people. And luckily I have, again, my team is always my family, so and I know they're very skilled in a lot of things. It's cute, it's a, you know, it's a home company, so everything is done at home with love. And yeah, so so that was the business aspect, and it's so important. I cannot emphasize enough how important it is to make sure that that part is really check, you know. because I'm not good at it, but I do have people behind it. In terms of like what I expect from this candle business, it just started, and coming from a background of people around me having businesses, I've been on the sideline, and I know like it takes way too long to get where I want. Of course I want to have a successful business, adding to your life. That's what I want, like adding something good to your life. That's my goal, and I hope that that's where like we are heading. And I really hope that you support and you like and you purchase and everything good. I hope that you got a little bit, you know, into what I'm doing and why I've been busy. Obviously it's not easy, but we move. So yeah. And one more thing is that maybe later on we can, you know, go and discuss, you know, other aspects, the boring aspects of owning a candles business. Right now I just wanted to explain like what my candles business is about, and where you can find me, where you can purchase them, and what I've been doing, and why was the reason that I haven't been producing. All the lighting is going. Why I haven't been producing a lot of candles, no, a lot of videos just lately. It's because of these little babies, and I'm so proud of them. I'm genuinely proud. And one more thing, don't ever let anybody tell you that it's a bad idea. If I had to listen to how many people would ask me why candles is a bad idea, nobody cares about candles, I wouldn't be here happy to sell because I'm not saying that my business is flourishing. Nope, not yet. I'm still very positive about it. But one thing I will say, like, do it for the greater good of you, who you are, and what you will get out of it. It's joy always, like whatever it is, whether it's your sweaters that you're producing or whatever it is that you feel like you need to put out there, you know, to give back for the world that gives you. Do it, and don't listen to people. Like, people's fear should not be the reason that you're not doing whatever you're supposed to do. I just do it, and I let people talk, and they will still talk. My joy is not dependent on people's opinion, because if it was, I would be depressed. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I really hope that you got a little bit insight on what I'm doing. For now, I would just like to leave you with a happy Sunday, and I hope you purchase my candles and you light them and you have a great Sunday and you have fun with your family, friends, lovers, and everything else around you, okay? You have a lovely Sunday. See you. Bye. Mwah.